Hey there, everyone. Dr. Steve here with you. I am in beautiful Orlando, Florida. Well, semi-beautiful. It's been raining quite a bit here, but I've been having a series of meetings with my team and with some wonderful patriots to help us better build parallel structures so that we're free from all things woke. And I have a wonderful resource to introduce to all of you. If you don't know, this is James Hodges. James Hodges is a real estate investor. He's a real estate coach and speaker. He's got a really neat backstory he's going to share with you in a minute, but he started his career as a real estate investor with less than $1,000, and in just 1 year, he was able to build that up into $1 million company. And he's going to show us, he's going to give a little insight on how we can do something similar as well, so we can be free from woke employers, right, and woke jobs, and find a financial freedom, not just for ourselves, but for our families and our communities. So, James, thanks so much for being with us. It's a real pleasure.
Steve, thanks so much for having me on. Yeah. And if you're okay with it, can I make a quick announcement to the audience here?
Of course.
So, Steve, you're actually going to be joining me on a webinar, a live webinar in a few days. And we're going to be going deep into some really cool strategies on real estate. And we're going to drop a link right below this video if people want to attend that webinar. So I just wanted to let them know before we dive into the questions.
Absolutely. I can't wait for it too. It's so exciting. I've been really getting very interested in real estate of late, especially for all kinds of tax benefits that you get as a result of it. It's pretty extraordinary. Also, we had a president that was pretty good with real estate too recently, if I recall as well. Give us a little bit of your backstory. It's a fascinating backstory, and how you eventually got involved with wholesale real estate investing.
Yeah, so I'll start, before I got involved as an entrepreneur, before I started my entrepreneurial journey, I was doing mission work all around the world. I was in 8 different countries in 2015, and it was on the mission field. I saw this girl who was basically doing web design for clients, and she was doing mission work at the same time. And ultimately, I found out that if I can make a lot of money, I can make a bigger impact. So basically, that led me down the entrepreneurial path, and ultimately read a book called Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and that started to get me to research and look into real estate investing.
This is Robert Kiyosaki, right?
Robert Kiyosaki, yeah. So as I was researching real estate investing, I developed this passion for it, and at the time I was making $17,000 a year as a personal trainer.
Bless your heart.
And barely making ends meet, and didn't have any money. Well, I came across a webinar that talked about a way that I could get into real estate investing that did not require any money, that allowed me to basically flip houses without actually purchasing houses. So I went all in on this strategy, and this strategy is actually called wholesaling real estate, and we can talk a little bit about what that actually is.
That sounds like a little voodoo witchcraft going on there. So you can actually buy a house with no money.
Well, you technically don't buy it, but you flip the house without purchasing the property.
So can we get into that a little bit? What does that involve? So this is wholesale real estate investing, and so this involves being able to, as you're saying, flip a house without actually having any money in the bank necessarily on your part.
Correct. And the way that you're able to do it, so when I go find a house, let's say I find a house that is one of those boarded up houses that needs a ton of repairs put into it.
Is this why you showed up to my front door? Is that, I'm a little upset at this, but go on.
So you find a distressed property that needs quite a bit of work, and basically, I have a conversation with the homeowner saying that I'm willing to invest in their property. I can purchase their property, get them cash for the property, and be able to close within 30 days. And so when I make that agreement with the homeowner, I go under contract to purchase that property from them. It's a purchase and sale agreement. Well, I don't have to be the one that actually closes on that contract. So there is a clause in my agreements that allow me to assign that contract, assign my rights to purchase that property to somebody else for a fee. So then once I have the contract, I go find a house flipper or somebody who buys rental properties, a landlord, and who's looking for more properties to buy. And then I say, hey, I've got a property at this price. Are you interested in buying it? And then basically I get a cut from that deal.
Wow. Wow.
That's wholesaling real estate.
Wow. So it is actually possible to be able to, so you don't say purchase a house, you flip it, but
Yes.
with no money down at all. Is this,
Correct.
so I often, if we're driving down the road and we see, call the such and such phone number, that little sign, almost in
Yeah.
crayon
Yep.
or magic marker, we'll pay cash for house. Is that what we're seeing? Is
That's
that
exactly
wholesale real estate?
that. Well, those are people that a lot of those people are wholesaling, and they're looking for off-market properties that are distressed, and it's usually a person who's in distress that calls one of those signs.
That's right.
Because like you see them and you think that they're written in crayon. I thought the same thing whenever I saw them on the side of the roads, and then I ended up being the one putting them out on the side of the road.
That's right. But I love it. The idea is that the person who would call that number is really wanting to get rid of that property and in distress and wants to just get rid of it and get rid of it fast.
Exactly. And usually the people that call those signs are really wanting to sell their house. They're highly motivated to get rid of that property.
Amazing. It's all making sense now. So we've got a lot. One of the things that we talk about, James, a lot is the idea of building parallel structures.
Yeah.
Stop being dependent on these woke corporations. Start finding your own financial independence. Start developing your own, businesses and like. Is this something Patriots should get involved in, this wholesale real estate investing?
I think that it is one of the greatest opportunities, one of the best business opportunities that I've ever seen for creating wealth at a really fast pace. Because I was making, when I first got started in wholesaling real estate, I was making $17,000 a year. I had less than $1,000 in the bank account. And in 1 year's time, I was able to go from $17,000 a year to having a $1 million business. And that's profit. That's not, selling a house for $300,000. That's actually the profit that I was taking home.
Wow. So it wasn't you didn't make $1 million, but you had to spend $990,000 to make it. All right. So that's their margin at the end of it.
Yeah.
So now you are coaching people on how to do this, right? Is that what you're talking about? The seminar that you'll be doing that I'll be with James at. If you click on the link below, tell us about how you coach students and walk them through the same kind of process, and what kind of success are they having?
Absolutely. So I have different levels that I coach people in. So there may be people that are already doing deals who want to scale to a higher volume, who want to build a business out of it to where they have team members that are helping them do the deals to where basically they're building a business that's more automated. So I have programs where I coach people in that are already doing the business, and then I teach also people who are brand new and just getting started in this business as well. And for those people, basically we show them the exact systems that we use within our 7-figure wholesaling business. So the exact systems, we show them first off all of the paperwork. We give them the education on what real estate is, all of how to structure a deal, how to evaluate properties, the marketing methods that we use to actually attract those homeowners that are looking to sell their house, how to get that property under contract, and then how to find those end buyers, those house flippers, those landlords, those other investors who are then going to purchase that property. We show them all of the systems, and then we actually help coach them through the process. So as they come across challenges, we help coach them through it, and usually within 2 to 4 weeks, that's around the average of what we're seeing. A new client will be able to get a deal under contract.
So it's a real mentor-apprentice program. Sounds like. So if somebody were to click on that link below right now, what can they expect to get from this seminar with you?
Yeah, from this seminar, we're really going to go into an overview of what wholesaling is, what the opportunity is, and we're going to give a high-level overview. We're going to give some of the ins and outs, some of the methods that actually work to find these properties. So we're going to really share some meat as far as what's working right now in today's industry and an overview of this entire process inside of this seminar.
Well, as you guys know, nothing makes me happier than to see patriots financially independent, leading their families, their communities into that independence, being free from all things woke. And James Hodges is somebody here, is a great resource to help us do it. So James, Thanks so much. It's great to be with you in rainy Orlando, unfortunately, right? But
Absolutely.
it's been fun series of meetings and the like, and really enjoy getting to know you better. And it's wonderful to be working with you and helping more and more of our audience reach their financial freedom. Thanks so much.
Absolutely. I've really enjoyed getting to know you more, Steve, and super grateful to be able to serve your audience as well.
Oh, it's our pleasure. All right, guys, make sure you click on that link below right now, and I'll see you over with James at the upcoming seminar so you can learn all the wonderful secrets behind wholesale real estate investing. God bless.